we're live. Check this out. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. What are we talking about today? We're talking about the #1 challenge you guys told me you are experiencing in your business right now. And that is, according to you, overcoming objections. So, hey, I'm going to let you guys come in here. As you come in, I want to remind those of you who are interested and who are messaging me excited for another top bonus challenge. So man, it's really exciting for me because the top bonus challenge that you can find at toplevelbonus.com is really catching fire. There are VPs or directors, there's people like, what is going on inside this challenge? Because what they're hearing are so many people literally breaking their personal records in a single month. They're seeing people who were in a slump for 3 weeks go out and throw down 80K deals and more. And it's happening because of what we've created inside this challenge. I'm going to talk about it at the end. So, but if you're interested, before I forget, this is why I always throw this out there because I forget. Go to toplevelbonus.com and join us. It is by far the best thing that you could ever do for your sales career. Whether you're not selling deals at all, you're just ready to get started in your month, or you're selling a little bit, or you're totally in flow, piling it on, join us. You will absolutely benefit, and by far. Just talked to someone yesterday who sold 8 deals in the challenge, 8 deals in 10 days. How incredible is that? All right, rock stars, let's talk about this. By the way, as you come in here, let me know where you're coming in from. Say hello. I hope I can see you. Stop fighting and tag somebody who needs to hear this. So what does that mean? Why are you guys struggling? I'm going to read some of the questions out loud that I got from you guys. First of all, here's what's happening. When you are encountering these objections, more times than not, it's complete and total fluff. It's total fluff, meaning that they're just throwing out stuff because they want to come up with reasons and excuses, okay? So here's what most reps do. Let's talk about some of the problems and start tagging people below. If you guys want me to continue and give you all the goods, lots of goods, then tag people. Let's bring this in. Let's share this out into groups. Let's get people in here. Let's bring the fire, because this is stuff that is in my courses, my online courses and my programs and things that we talk about, my higher levels, but I'm here giving this all to you. So not all of it, but a lot, so that you can use tomorrow. So let this message get out there for people who need to hear it. All right, guys, so here's what happens. You think that you're having a today problem, which you are. Drop a 1 if you've experienced yes, thanks, but not thanks, not today, in the last few days. Thanks, but not today. Right? The today reason. You think you're having a today problem, and on the surface, you are. It has nothing to do with their objection. That is most likely an excuse. Let me tell you what it has to do with. It has to do with the fact, more times than not, that you have not built enough value. You've not built enough value. So one of the things that I heard, I wrote down, is from one of you guys when I asked you what's your #1 challenge right now, was this: that's a great deal, but I will pass. That's a great deal, but I'll pass. Does that sound like somebody who's connected and engaged, or does that sound like somebody who's totally disconnected and not in the deal? They're totally not in, right? And so here's what happens. More times than not, when you're hearing things like, thanks, I'm going to pass, that means that you have not created enough value. It has nothing to do with overcoming objections. You missed them in the first place by not creating enough value. Drop a 2 if you get what I'm saying in the comments. You've not created enough value. They're telling you, of course they're going to tell you reasons and excuses as to why they're going to, pass today, or whatever the reason is that they give you, right? We have enough timeshare. We don't need any more, I heard you say. We don't use all the points that we have right now. Of course you don't use all the points that you have right now, because I haven't shown you how to. I haven't shown you how to. We're going to get to that one. So here's what you want to understand. Let me know that you guys are here, by the way, and share this out. Tag somebody in the comments below. Let's start getting people to sell deals right now, those who need to and those who are ready to pile it on. So rock stars, listen, it's often a value problem. It's not an overcoming objections problem at all. And when it's a value problem, it's because so often you're waiting for them to see the deal, the first time offer, that the one that they just can't resist. You're waiting for your TO to come in and them to bottom it out. And oh, there's your comments. There you guys are. Hey, what's going on, you guys? And you're waiting for that to happen, and that's not going to sell it. Listen, you're not going to be able to sell a discount. Discounts don't sell. What sells is a solution to a problem. If you are not providing a solution, you can give it to them for free and they will not buy. Why won't they buy? Because you have not created value. You have not shown them why they need to buy this today, why they have a problem, and why this is the solution to their problem. So of course they're giving you reasons and excuses. And this is the thing that most people don't get, is that it's not overcoming that objection. It's not a today problem. It's a today problem because you didn't create enough value. You wouldn't have had a today problem if you had actually figured out what was important to them, what would make them say yes to spending $20K today. Then all of a sudden you're getting a different reason or excuse, or maybe not one at all. Does this make sense? Guys, tag people below. Let's get this message out there who need to hear this. And who cares if they aren't even listening right now, they'll listen later, okay? So here's the thing. When you hear somebody say, that's a great deal, I will pass, what you're waiting to do, again, is you're waiting for them to see the discount, right? And you're not going, and this is a big problem. I'm going to reiterate this again right now because I want you to look at your sales process. When you're pitching, whether you're frontline or in-house, and a lot of companies, several companies don't actually allow you to drop, right, pricing, but many companies do. In fact, most do. And if you're not dropping pricing, guess what you are dropping? You're dropping the size of the option, right? The size of the package. You're selling them, you're presenting a VIP, but you're like, oh, let's just get you in on the ground floor, which is fine. But what's happening is that you're waiting for the discount. You're waiting for the magic deal to come in to sell it. And that is completely wrong. It's not right, meaning it's not going to get you the deal. So stop waiting for the discount to sell it. Stop waiting for the whatever thing you want to call it to sell it, to bottom out. Stop, buy in, first of all, to your full pack option, what you guys are presenting right away, whether it's full pack, meaning some of you guys know what that terminology means, meaning the highest that you can sell it for. This is stuff I'm really like probably not even sure I want to get out there, but woo, it's the stuff that we talk about in my other online courses and programs, but this is like on the intrawebs and stuff. But you got to buy into that so high and own that price. You got to own what do you guys pitch? Show me what you show. For those of you who are sell to first time buyers, what price point do you show first before somebody comes in and talks them into dropping it? Tell me what price point you show first and what your average transaction price actually is, if you know that, which you should. So buy into your VIP, buy into your full pack option, buy into all of that. Know that you could sell it for that much and sell it. Try it to sell it. Sell that option as if, I'm kind of switching out of overcoming objections, but it's all about value and perceived value, okay? So because this is not a value call right now and a value live or training, what I want to talk to you about is how to overcome those objections. So the first thing you want to do when you hear something, acknowledge and ignore. Acknowledge and ignore. See, here's the problem. So many of you guys are hearing something. You're hearing a reason. Oh, we're not going to buy today because X, Y, and Z. Or we're just looking, right? And you're like, oh no, I'm freaking out because of it. Don't freak out. If you do not welcome that no on the front end, then you're going to that no does not come, the yes does not come before 5 of those no's, 10 of those no's, 15 of those no's. So start waiting for the no. Get excited about the no. As they say, go for no. Go for the no. Until you get to the no, I would be freaked out. I'd be like, holy cow, I don't have a no going on right now. You need to get freaked out about that because you're not digging deep enough more times than not. And again, the yes very, 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 very rarely comes before many no's. Many no's. Recently, somebody told me 21 no's before they got to the yes. It's only a no until it's a yes. Remember that. It's only a no. I know I'm bringing a lot of energy right now. We're fired up. We got the Top Bonus Challenge starting. So I'm getting got all this energy. For those of you, hopefully you're going to be joining us at the 10 Days to Top Bonus Challenge to the top. A lot of what we do in there, man, almost everybody comes in there and they said, I had no idea what we were going to be doing in here, but something just told me to join. And when they come in, they're like blown away about the magic that's inside. They're like, holy cow, I had no idea I'd have this epiphany, that shift, this would happen and that would happen. And they just start selling deals like crazy. So anyways, I'm bringing a lot of energy. Most of you, it's late into who knows what time it is for you, but it's because I'm a little on fire right now. So we're getting ready to start that here. And if you are interested, I'll tell you guys how to get there. It's super simple. There's probably a link around here somewhere, or somebody can drop it below. So yeah, gotta love the puke sheet with all the high prices. Yeah. So what are you pitching it at? Brian said 20K. Well, what are they selling? All right, 70K with discount of 43K. Got it. Brian, you're showing a 40. Okay, so you're initially presenting at 70K with a discount of 43. Chris is presenting 100K, 50K, 38K. You show 3 options initially. Got it. So here's the thing. How many reps totally don't buy into that? You're like scared to show it, right? Especially newbies, right? They're like scared to show that pricing. Man, I don't know what you got to do, but go in the back, do some power poses, do whatever you have to do, but get so comfortable with go for the shock factor and pitch it and believe with everything in your mind. There are people selling options that big and more. There are people selling 100K deals, 200K deal, 300K deals. In fact, if you are priding yourself on selling a 15K, you might want to look at how you can double or triple that average transaction price, because I guarantee you that's going to pay you more, and you're actually doing a better service for your owners in the end. You are, because owners who own VIP and own higher levels of ownership are the happiest owners of all. Trust that for sure, by and large. Watching from the Philippines, I love it. How cool. So yeah, so guys, don't wait for the drop. Stop waiting for the drop. I'm going a little bit in and out of overcoming objections, but I want you to really start showing that offer and really getting them to buy in. This is the key to getting a deal, period, is if you're presenting that initial offer and you're like, yeah, look at this. They're going to be like, oh, we don't even want the anytime offer. We don't want the offer we can come back in 6 months and buy. You've got to show that this is the only option. This is it. Sell the heck out of that thing as if you're not even going to have a TO and no option, no closer to come in and drop it. Who gets what I'm talking about? Drop a yes below and tag somebody below. Share this out, guys. We got to get this out there to more people. Okay, so the other thing I was saying, going back to when you hear an objection, it's most likely a complaint or just an excuse. Okay, there's a difference. Write this down if you have a pen. If not, you should get one and a paper. There's a difference between an actual excuse or an excuse and a complaint. There's a difference between an excuse and a complaint. An excuse is a reason not to. Oh yeah, of course you got a wedding coming up. Of course you got kids graduating. Of course you got this going on. It's called life. So when I think it was Jennifer said something about in the comments, she was asking people buying a car, buying a house. There was a couple people who mentioned the house thing. Yeah, this is great, but we're buying a house. So maybe it was Eddie. Can't remember who it was. Perhaps it was. So when you have somebody, excuse me, I got my notes here. When you have somebody, we don't use all our points now. I'll get to that one. Okay, so when you have somebody who is buying a house, there's only one condition, that they should not be purchasing with you today. Do you know what that is? If they're buying a house. The only reason why they should not be purchasing with you today, that day, is one reason. Who's got it? One reason is this: if they're literally in escrow right now, right now. Are you in escrow? Oh, you're not in escrow. If they're not in escrow, that is an excuse and a reason. And sometimes if it's like literally, so here's what you have to do. This is the key to getting those sales. Again, in your mind, when you actually hear somebody shopping for a home, guess what you get to do going forward? And I think you'll really like this. You get to say, oh my God, Bob and Mary, that's freaking fantastic. Maybe not drop that word, but that's a fantastic. That's amazing. How long have you wanted to buy a home for? Is this your first home? Where are you buying one at? Tell me about this home. I want to hear all about it. What's the neighborhood like? What does it look like? What are you loving about it? Oh, you haven't found that home yet. So tell me, where are you at in the process then? How many homes have you seen so far? What area are you, like you're trying to see if they're full of you know what, but you're getting really excited about it in the meantime, because guess what that means to them? That number one, they're like, oh, she's not freaking out because we're buying a home, or he's like not putting up the angry salesperson face, but rather you're engaging them in the conversation. And people who do have a dream of buying a home, of course they want to buy, but more of these people want to buy a home in 6 months, a year, most likely 2 to 3 years, but they're telling you that as an excuse. And they really don't know that that doesn't have to be an either or, right? It doesn't have to be an either or, but your initial intent is to figure out when specifically they're buying the home. Are they buying it right now? Are they in escrow? And that's the only reason why they don't have to buy today is if they're in escrow. Now, do you say that? Oh, you're not in escrow. Okay, you can buy today. Heck no, you don't say that, but you're taking your little bullets. You're taking your little notes, mental notes, right? Mental note. Okay, not in escrow, so we can work around that. Okay, so initially when you hear something like that, you're like, man, that's awesome. I'm so excited for you. But you're taking the mental notes. So then when you ask them, oh, you haven't, where are you at in the process? So it sounds like to me, would it be fair to say you're 6 months to a year out, or go further out if they really are? Or you're 2 to 3 years out from buying a home? Or is it more like 1 to 2 years out? Okay, get what I'm doing right now. I'm getting them to understand and commit that, oh, this isn't a right now thing, but in their mind, it's not bad to admit to that. What you're going to then later show them is that they can have both, that's not going to stop them from buying a home. And if it is, then they shouldn't be buying a home. If you can buy a home because of a $200, $300, $400 payment, you have no business buying a home. And that's the dang truth. Who agrees with me on that? Right? You have no business buying a home. Let's not go back to 2008 and 2009. Do not buy a home if $400 will break you. Don't do it. Please continue to rent, right? And you can continue to rent your vacations too, and your company will be very happy, depending on what company you're at. Like those industries, you're making them very rich, right? Those companies, you're making them very rich. And some companies actually own those companies that you're purchasing from. So they're happy one way or the other because they're getting paid, whether you're renting or whether you're owning. So rock stars, you guys hear? Escrow issues. I don't know what that means. Acknowledging and using positive scripting. Yeah, so you acknowledge and you ignore. You acknowledge and you ignore. So early on in the discovery, when they say something like that, or before you really even created value, I can understand that. Oh, you have kids. Go one step higher than they think, guys. See, here's the thing. Imagine what they would expect a salesperson on a sales presentation to do, and do the opposite immediately. Do the opposite. Do the thing that doesn't even feel comfortable, where you're like, did I just say that? Oh my God, did I just get excited about them like sending kids off to college? Yes, you did. And that shows that you're a human and you're a person. Did you just get excited about the fact that they're about to retire? Yes, you did. Instead of, oh no, they're about to retire, I don't have a deal. Man, do you know when the deals go down? They go down when every reason somebody has to not buy is somebody else's reason to buy. And when you get that, holy cow, your life changes fast because your sales do too. Okay? How many of you guys are enjoying this? Let me know. Drop a yes below if you want me to continue. How long have I been going? I have no idea. Oh, I'm getting all kinds of messages. Okay. By the way, guys, if you're not in the Top Bonus Challenge, 10 Days to Top Bonus Challenge, I don't care if you're a seasoned vet. I don't care if you're brand new. If you like selling deals and lots of them and you want to get to the top, join us in the Top Bonus Challenge. Go to toplevelbonus.com it literally can be free, free, because you bring in one coworker, we compensate you back 100% of what they paid, 100%. And it's like half a dinner out. Okay. Like, let's get real. It's absolutely ridiculously cheap. We only charge you because people only value what they spend money on. So hopefully you're valuing this, but there's a whole nother level of this. 10 days of training straight. We're interviewing a legend. By the way, we interview a legend in every Top Bonus Challenge, which is super exciting. And this time, depending on when you're listening to this round, we're interviewing, oh my God, the incredible. So this woman, she has sold over $16 million in timeshare in 6 short years. She just last year hit her bronze legend award at Wyndham, meaning she's hit 5 separate President's Clubs in a row. Boom, 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 boom. She and I met at either President's Council, which is where the #1 sales rep goes to, or we met at President's Club on the beaches somewhere. I think we just saw each other all the time. We called each other the Wolf Pack. And now she's a member of our 1% mastermind as well. She's absolutely incredible. I'm so honored for her to be speaking in front of those of you who will be in the Top Bonus Challenge. Her name is Danielle Giancola, and she is the Beast of the East from Atlantic City, New Jersey. So I think that's where it's at. Yeah, I hope so. Atlantic City. Super exciting. So we stream an interview with me getting into the mind of a legend in every challenge. And it's one of the days. It's the most awesome day ever. I love it. Last time we did Jamie Black. She sold over $24 million in her 10-year career. Absolute rock star. And the month before that, we interviewed Chris Faddick, who is my mentor, absolutely incredible man. Autumn Katali, just legends in the industry, you guys. Where else do you get to spend an hour to 90 minutes usually with somebody and just hear me pick their brains on everything about why they were consistent, how they got to do all this stuff. So anyways, we hope you join us. Let me get into this. Yes. Okay, I'm paying off debt I won't take on anymore. Yeah, that's so there's a whole conversation around that. First of all, show empathy. Always go one up them, right? Always do the thing they wouldn't expect. I totally understand what you're saying. I can understand that. I mean, it was really important to me to pay off all my debt as well, or I'm still in the process of paying off my debt, if you want to say that, right? And then, so initially when they say that, if it's the first time, what do you do? First time, acknowledge, ignore, acknowledge, ignore. You acknowledge it, you move straight on. Do not stop there. Stop. Do not stop and dive into it, because you're allowing it to become a thing, and it's not even a thing. By the way, if you have a manager that needs to see this, to share it with your team or any of your reps that you work with, colleagues, type their names below and share this out into groups as well. We certainly appreciate you getting this out there, because people in this industry are struggling and they need any help that they can get. So yeah, you want to acknowledge, you want to ignore, you want to one-up them and do the thing they wouldn't expect. And if that's coming out later on, because if it comes up early on, then you get all this time to create value, right? You get time to create value, and you get to acknowledge that not all debt is bad debt. Some debt is good debt. Debts that are assets are actually good debt, right? So think about that one. And you can say that somebody taught you that once. A mentor of mine once taught me that if there's a difference between bad debt and good debt. Some debt is really bad and it puts you into a deep place, right? But there's other debts that are good debts. And the debt that's one that's attached to an asset is actually considered good debt. We can talk about that further later. And boom, you move right on. So if you like that, you can use that one as well. Trying to get where, Cynthia? So yes. Henry, hello. Jahir, what's up? All right, guys. By the way, if you're watching this now or in the future and you've ever been in the Top Bonus Challenge, please share what you loved about it, or just share that you recommend somebody to join it or not, because we need to save careers and jobs in this industry and help people put an end to their struggling. Seriously. All right, guys. I don't know how long I've been going. Okay. So what else? So somebody who says, we don't use the points, for those of you who upgrade owners, we don't use the points that we have, or Sharon Gilstrap mentioned, we own too many timeshares. Who's heard that one before? Oh yeah, we have too many timeshares already. So guess what? Of course they're saying that. Get excited about that stuff. Take the no that you fear and get excited about that. Okay. Like, awesome. I love that you have all these timeshares. One up them. Talk to me about what you love most about your timeshare. First of all, who do you own with? Do you see how I'm doing the opposite of what they expect? So get them excited about talking to you because they could be full of you know what, or they want to talk about their timeshares. Guess what else that helps you do? It helps you to find holes in their timeshare and what they own. It helps you to find the problem in what they already own. So what do you own? I love that you already own timeshare. I love that you're happy with it. That's awesome. Hey, this is not for everybody. You may have exactly what you need right now, and that's totally okay. What did I just do? Drop it below. So rock stars. What were we talking about? Buying a home. Oh no, we weren't talking about buying a home. Oh, we were talking about if they already own too many timeshare. You haven't yet shown them, number one, when you ask them what they love about every one of their timeshares, who do you own with? Cool. I love that. I've heard great things about that company. How long have you owned with them? Have you taken some incredible vacations with them? You're taking them deeper. You're getting them to talk about things they love. Who cares if it's not with the company that you want them to buy with yet, right? Yet. You want them to start talking about this stuff. And then you get to find out the problem. So tell me, what do you love about that company? What do you love about what do you love about Hilton? What do you love about Marriott? What do you love about your Wyndham ownership? Is it working for you? What's one thing you would change? What did you just, that's like such valuable assets right there to be able to ask those questions and gain those answers. You're getting the solution. You're finding out the problem that you have the solution to, or hopefully you can present it that way. Does this make sense? Yes, yes. The Mormon line, good debt and bad debt. I don't know if that's a Mormon line, but that's awesome. Cool. Yes, Yvonne has it right. I just dropped a takeaway. What's going on, Rockstar? I just dropped a takeaway. By the way, you and I need to connect still. A takeaway. I dropped the takeaway. Hey, you guys, people don't like pushy. They like when you pull them into the yes, right? So anytime there's resistance, take that baby away. Hey, we got 2 programs. You don't have to buy today, right? Smile. What that does is it gets them present, gets them listening, gets them in the moment with you, lets them their guard down. They feel like they can actually like breathe instead of like their fight or flight mechanisms up so high and that they're like trying to get out of there. Get me to my gift, get me to my gift. They're not listening to a damn thing that you're saying. Okay. So Rockstars, I hope this is helping you. Yeah, you'll do it right now. Yeah, schedule with me. And so with the people who says they aren't using their points that they have, or they have guess what? Or that we don't use the timeshare that we have. Again, those are deals. I've sold many of them. And if you've ever sold those people, let us know below in the comments because they're buyers. Timeshare owners are buyers. They own what they own for a reason. They bought the second one because the first one didn't have something in it. Does that make sense? They're going to buy the third one because the first 2 didn't have something in it. And that's the thing that you have. If they own 5, they're going to buy a 6th one if and only if you have enough conviction in your delivery. If you absolutely find the hole, or just sell them more of what they love with a company that gives them greater options and value. Okay. Does that make sense? Find the problem in what they own, provide the solution. Always one up the thing that they're saying to you. Acknowledge and ignore the initial thing. Anyways, guys, I think I've been going like 30 minutes. I have no idea. It's 9:05 over here. You guys are amazing. What time is it for you guys around the world? Let me know what time it is. And I hope, I don't want to overwhelm you, but I wanted to give you some powerful things that you can start using immediately. And then when you get, I want to give you one more thing. Is it all right if I give you one more thing? Hold on. Let me know. Have y'all seen me ever with a glass of wine? I don't think I have, but I just, sometimes I'm going to wait for a little engagement here. You guys want one more thing? Which one thing do I want to give you? Because there were 2 things that were coming up. Okay, I'm going to give you guys something good. You're laughing at me. I know, don't tell everybody. I swear I've only had like a few sips. Remember that your timeshare cures all issues. That's good. It's 12:05, Yvonne. You got to work tomorrow. I love it, though. She's here because she's hungry and she's ready for more. It was so good meeting you in Florida a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to address that in a second, Chris. Under what, write this down, for somebody, you can use this for both, somebody who's an owner or a non-owner, okay? An owner who's like, keeps saying no to the thing. Somebody who's a non-owner and, you know, they're like, yeah, we've got this going on, that going on, all this stuff. We like it, provided you showed the value and they actually want it. Give it to them for free. If they don't want it, they will not buy it. They won't take it for free even, provided you've shown the value. And they're still coming up with reasons and excuses. So I'm curious, under what conditions would you buy? Under what conditions would you buy? You've seen this 3 times. You've seen this 4 times. We have it documented that you've been in here. You've visited with X company and vacation club company, whatever your name is, this many times. You've told me you've been on 5 different timeshare presentations. You've been on 10 updates in the past year. Under what conditions would you ever purchase if you were going to? Guess what they just did? I'll take another glass of wine, sip of wine, not glass. What did they just do? What did you just do by asking that? Yeah, open another bottle for the crowd. I love it, Chris. Excited to have you in the challenge, another round. So good. You just asked them to tell you how to sell them. Get it? You just asked them to tell you under what conditions would you buy? What would have to be the case? Look, I see that you're buying a home. You're 3 months out from buying a home. So under what specific conditions would you buy? So clearly you're not doing anything today, takeaway. Under what conditions would you purchase? We call it the ridiculous yes. And I learned this from a dear mentor of mine. Oh my goodness. Love this man to the moon and back. And he's changed my career, my life. Love him. We interviewed him in the Top Bonus Challenge, was it 2 months ago? Christopher Faddick, AKA Fatty. If you see Chris Faddick, if you know him, he's one of the top dogs at Wyndham now. I was blessed to be able to learn and be mentored by him early on in my career. And I soaked in every bit of knowledge and wisdom. He's seriously one of the best timeshare reps in the industry. He was one of the best reps in the industry. He is one of the top talents in the industry. And now he just isn't. He's not training or teaching like he used to. I would just sit in his office and I would soak in all the wisdom. Literally, they would joke that I spend more time off my tables than I did on my tables the first year. I think actually always, which is funny. They're like, are you seriously leaving your people hanging? I'm like, they're fine. They're fine. They're fine. Yeah, they're fine because you just believe that they're fine, right? And I gave them something to do during that time always. So, yes. So you're asking them how to sell. You're asking them to tell you how to sell them. And it's powerful. It's powerful. So that's something I wanted to share with you. And what were you asking me? By the way, have y'all tagged a friend, a coworker in here? Tag somebody. Let's get this out there so Facebook actually shows it to more people. There are thousands of people. Let me just give you this statistic. 95% of the people who have been hired, by the way, as I say this, tell me how long you've been in the industry in the comments. I'm so curious. 95% of the people who are hired within the first 90 days to 6 months, so 3 to 6 months, will not have a job. The statistic is alarming. If they do not quit, they will be fired. This is an industry standard. It has been the way all since the beginning. It's not just now. And why is that? Well, number one, not everybody knows how to do this and not everybody's getting the right training. And the training is critical to really being able to start off winning. And people hit slumps and they fall out. We had somebody join the challenge who was even Danielle, who I'm interviewing with the legend in this time's challenge, when she joined the Top Bonus Challenge, as a top performer, a 0.00001%er, right? I keep saying we have to change our mastermind name to the 0.001%, but 1% just sounds cooler. And she had hit a slump, right? Jamie Black had hit a slump before they were frustrated. They were like, how do I get out of this? As top performers having sold millions and millions and millions of dollars, having the worst year of their careers. At least Danielle was. And after coming off the best year of her career last year, 3.5 million. And they joined the challenge, boom, something shifted. Boom, something shifted in both of them. In almost every single person who shows up every day and watches the training, they participate, you will shift. You will have massive epiphanies as to why you're not selling or how to sell more. And it's big. And Danielle ended up selling, gosh, what was it? Over $700,000 within five weeks, I want to say, made over 85 grand. And she's just killed it. She told me some new stats. I think it was 1.2 million within 4 months, or less than 4 months, that she wrote since joining that and being in the 1% mastermind. So guys, people are struggling. They need help. And if this one thing, this challenge can help them, or this video can help them, I don't care if they join the challenge, even if this video does the one thing to get them the deal, then hey, it is so worth it for me. Let's save some careers, right? All right. Was in industry previously. Oh, okay. I don't know who that's about. Carrie. All right, rock stars, you guys are amazing. Hey, if you enjoyed this, again, let me know that and share it out to your friends. For those of you who are, I'm going to just wrap it up because we've been on here probably for 30, 40 minutes now. I have no idea. Time flies when you're having fun, when you're talking about what you're passionate about. Guys, get out there. I want you to do one more thing, and we talk about this in the challenge as well. Day one, we set your goals in the challenge, and we set a really clear vision as to what you're going to accomplish in 10 days. And I'm telling you, people hit it and more and more. And when you're clear on what you're going to accomplish, you actually achieve the thing when you're congruent with it. And it's a big thing to be congruent with your goals. If you're not congruent with your goals, you don't hit them. So I want you to go in tomorrow totally knowing what you're going to sell. Go in tomorrow knowing and feeling that you're bringing the target closer. I don't care if you have not sold a deal in a week. I don't care if you've not sold a deal in 2, 3 months, whatever it is. Believe. See, too many reps, I hear this all the time on calls. I know my deal's coming. I feel like I'm going to get it. I'm getting closer. That's what they say. I'm getting closer to a deal. Stop that. Stop that. I'm getting closer. You don't go into work unless you believe you're getting a deal absolutely that day. Don't go in if you don't believe you're getting a deal. Stay home, take a vacation, do the thing, whatever the thing is, but do not go into work. See, top percent, the difference between a 1% and the 99 percenters, 1%ers believe without a doubt. They could be hungover beyond belief. They could be sicker than a dog vomiting. They could be all the things that would not make them even want to go to work. But they believe that they are going into work and they're getting a deal and they're done. One and done. Right? They're getting a deal, they're writing and leaving. Or they're getting a deal and they're doubling down. They never believe that they're going into work and not selling a deal. It's never a hope or a dream. There's never a I wish, I hope, I think. No, 1%ers don't do that. So guess what? Even though you haven't yet seen, all of you, the writing on the wall, some of you have yet to get your first deal, and that's okay if it's your first deal still coming, but bring the target closer. We talk about that in the challenge, bringing the target closer so that you believe immediately you're going to get a deal and you start selling. And that's all you need, guys. I hope to see you in the challenge. You're welcome, Chris. Excited to see you on Tuesday when we start, whatever day it is that we start. It's coming up. You guys are amazing. You're rock stars. Love you guys. And get out there and change some lives tomorrow. They absolutely need you, and they need you to take your role as a sacred responsibility. Love you guys. Peace. Bye, everyone.